Okay, so we're going to take a look at exercise 10-1 in the same vein as the types of problems we've been doing. And so let's get at it. Let's see. On January 1, Boston Enterprises issues bonds that have a $3.4 million par value, mature in 20 years, and pay 9% interest semi-annually on June 30th and December 31st. The bonds are sold at par. All right, which means the bonds are sold for the face amount. First question: how much interest will Boston pay in cash to the bondholders every 6 months? All right, we can do this, and we will do this. $3.4 million. %, 6/12. All right, so we get $153,000, and that's the debt service, right? That means Boston Enterprises will have to have $153,000 on hand to pay interest every June 30th and December 31st. And that's the first requirement. Prepare the journal entry to record. Actually, let me expand that out to a the issuance of bonds on January 1st, 2017. All right. Well, the problem said the bonds were sold at par. All right, that was the last clause right here. All right, which means that they sold for no premium or no discount. It means this bond issuance raised $3.4 million. All right. So cash is the debit. That's the reason companies issue bonds. All right. So that is the journal entry made when the bonds are issued. Let's see if I can space this a little better. All right. So part B of the problem asks for the first semi-annual interest payment on June 30th, 2017. And actually that didn't work, so let me expand that a bit. There we go. All right. So 6 months from that point, interest is going to be paid. All right. Well, that's an outflow of cash. So there's going to be our credit. And since the bonds were issued at par, we didn't have a premium or a discount. This is also your bond interest expense. All right. Part C asks for the interest payment, the second semi-annual interest payment, December 31st, 2017. All right. Well, it's identical. In fact, this entry would be made every 6 months until the bonds mature. All right, so it's the same entry. All right, same entry. All right. And that entry will be made every 6 months until the bonds matured at the end of 20 years. All right. Part 3. All right. And actually, this is 3A. Prepare the journal entry for issuance, assuming the bonds are issued at 98. 98 is a price expressed as a percentage. All right. So if the bonds were issued at 98, we'll assume on the same day. Bonds are going to be sold at a discount. And we know it's a discount because it's 98% of par value. So bonds payable always goes on the books at the face amount. So even though they're sold at a discount, they still go on the books at $3.4 million. All right. But the amount of cash raised is 98% of that. Let me comment this. Let's try that again. Sometimes I get ahead of my computer. All right. And then, if the bonds sell for 98, that meant that the $3.4 million bond issuance raised 98% of that amount, or $3,332,000. And then we can plug the difference, and that's your discount, $68,000. Excuse me. All right. And then for part B, similar scenario, except for the bonds sell for 102. All right, and that didn't do what I wanted it. Let me. All right. So you're still going to raise some cash. In fact, the cash raised is going to be more than the par amount or the face value of the bonds. The bond liability always goes on the books at the par amount because that's the liability assumed. That's the check that's going to have to be cut at the maturity date, in this case, which is 20 years. All right. This time we multiply by 102. All right. Now we have a premium, so this is going to credit. It's going to be a credit. And again, it's just a plug. All right. So we've answered all of the questions here. We've seen what it looks like to be for bonds issued at a premium or a discount. So this is a good stopping point here. We are going to pick up with 10-2, but I'll do that in a separate video. That's all for now.